New trail. How about that for daunting? Oh my. 70 degrees today. Another splendid weather day. I do love the trails we've been using. They become like family now. But I don't want to get tired of them. And that's going to happen. But I'm overjoyed to have found that old boardwalk. And the swans out there. They were enormous. And I love that they're out there because there's no possible way that they can be interfered with by humans. Totally undeveloped little lake. And they're all on their own. I love seeing habitats that are completely just for them. And if somebody wanted to carry a kayak or canoe in there, you probably could. But it's a long haul. And that would be a discouraging factor. Well, I'm beginning to second guess myself on where we should have gone. If we should have turned this direction or gone slightly to the right. It was a downhill and a curve going into the woods. And I'm suspecting that was where I should have gone. What does it matter? We're out hiking. No map. Oh, here's a map. Good. 23. Yeah. I did go the correct direction. Now we're going to go right. God, what a network. So we're going to go up. If I had not walked this way and we had gone down here, that would have worked also. Suki's way up at the end. What the heck? And I remembered to bring an extra battery today. It won't be long and the leaves are going to be tumbling and reeling. There she comes. What I enjoy immensely is the character, the personality that each trail system has its own. Like out here, the trail is really wide. Maybe a half again wider than the BSU trail. Beautiful. 20. Right there. Oh. We could go hills. We could go up there. And I do want to go up to the main trailhead just to see it, get familiar with it. Gull Lake Loop Road, and then on to Three Island Road. Yeah, let's go that way. The nice thing about a dog, they have no agenda. They don't have an itinerary. Suki looks up from what she was just doing, sees me heading off this direction. Off she comes with me. Yay! Oh my God, look at the colors. Gotta take a still. And I very much appreciate an overcast day. No harsh shadows. I'd say we're at our peak for color. Oh my God. Somebody walking through the trees. That's the joining up of another trail. Yeah, we're at the peak. That tree is for sure. Well, you can't see it. Suki's running downhill. It's about a 45-degree steepness. Now, of course, that's always an exaggeration. It's probably 10%, but it's steep. And every amount you go downhill, you're ultimately going to have to come back uphill somewhere. I'm not complaining. That was a nice couple. I just talked with them at the intersection, and they were going to head this way looking for the parking lot. I said, no, because this trail keeps going for quite a ways, if you remember the map. And just like public libraries, this is one of the things that thrills me about living in a democracy. We've got a resource like this that's free and open to everybody, anybody. You don't have to pay a penny to use it, except in the wintertime. If you want to ski, they do require a trail pass, which I think is completely fair because they are spending quite a good amount of money on grooming equipment and fuel. I don't know how much the pass is, if there is both a daily pass for what, $5 or something, and an annual pass for $25. I'd be happy to pay for that if I was going to ski, which I am really getting antsy to do that again. I could bring Suki along in a backpack. 60 pounds of dog on my back. That's bad enough, but getting her to stay in there would not happen. I'd have to have started her out doing that when she was 8 weeks old, so she was totally comfortable and familiar with it. Oh, now look at that. Yeah, like I said, Every one you come down, you're gonna pay. You know, I'm trapped between the two hills. If I wanted to say, no, I quit, I'm gonna go back, I'd have to go up that first steep hill. Here we go. This one's about 55 degrees. Wouldn't it be neat if they came in here and laid down a 10-foot wide paved path? I don't see anything wrong with that idea. No problem. If you want to walk off the pavement, you can walk on the side. Nothing's stopping you. The scale of this section, this trail I'm on near here, is way off, way different than the other trail system. So far I've walked at least a kilometer, and I don't know because it doesn't say on the map how long this section is. Maybe it's 5 kilometers. I'm half joshing, but I'm half not joshing. Where'd that word come from? New tree plantings. Oh, a lot of them. Way back in there. Back in Wisconsin, when I was using my favorite trail system, one summer they came in and cut 100 or more majestic old red pines, and that was a cathedral, and they opened it up just like you see ahead of us. And when I asked the guy who came in to do the mowing one time, why did they do that? They ruined it. It's wide open. Yeah, I know, I'm sure he got it from a lot of people. But his reasoning was the groomer had real difficulty grooming the trail because there was very little, if any, snow on it, because it was all being hung up in the upper branches, in the crowns of the red pines, and it wasn't reaching the ground to be groomed. Well, okay. But thinking about that later, I realized that was, a lot of that was spin. Give a reasonable answer to a dastardly crime. I think the loggers wanted to get in there and harvest those old, big red pines and make a tidy profit. I keep expecting to run into the junction with another trail that we can go back on. I really don't want to have to turn around on this trail and go back. Keep thinking it's just around the next bend. So far, it has not been. Thank goodness. This is about a half an hour later, and I am knackered. $18 right here. Gonna walk up to there and take this back. The shortest possible distance. I'm sweating and my heart is pumping. So we're here. That way is that way. That way is that way. That way. All right. Parking lot this way, liars. Well, now I know what to make of these trails. About 4 times longer than the same seeming length of the BSU trails. Sock that away. Don't forget that. I have been rewatching Better Call Saul on Netflix. I watched it the first time, oh God. I don't think I had moved here yet, so that has to have been 5 years ago. Thoroughly enjoyed it, like everybody does. And then I heard a few weeks ago that they have come out with a new season. Season 6 or 7. It doesn't matter. Ooh. But I want to rewatch it from beginning to what the end is currently. The new season hasn't been introduced here. It's been introduced in Europe. And there is a lot that I'm watching that I totally forgot about. What a clever show. But being a filmmaker and photographer, I am very aware of what goes into creating such a show. Photographically, if nothing else. And the thousands of details, shot clips, audio clips. By the way, when they record for a TV show like that, they record the audio on a separate recorder and then sync them together on the timeline of the editing software. But there are a lot of sound effects going on in the background very often that are so seamless we don't think about. The normal viewer is not aware of them and what goes into remembering those sound effects and putting them in. It's a mind-bendingly complicated task. Not just sound effect, but the whole putting together of each episode alone. And the camera work, it's a very quirky show. And they have a lot of camera angles that are so fresh and so unusual. It's inspiring me. Is this effective? Huh? I'm being very creative. No, I'm looking for distraction from my suffering out here. Well, there's a gate across there and a caution sign. And there's no question in my mind that I turn left here to get to the parking lot. But there's no map to confirm that for me. There it is. That looks like my yard. Oh, a road. What does that sign mean? It's okay to ski out on the road? Intersection. Oh, I'll bet in the wintertime they open this up. Yeah, sure. They take this barricade down so skiers can continue on across. Sure. So let's take a look at the map and confirm our salvation way home. My salvation way home. "19. Why don't they show a road going through here? 19 is right there. I don't think I need to get the compass out and make sure I'm heading south. Oh, I could walk on the road. I wonder if that's what that is. Yeah, I think so. It calls it here a snowmobile trail. Well, okay, here. Blue cross-country trail is 4.8 kilometers. And that would include, I think, the entire route. And I'm sticking to that. That's where we came from. Well, let's do a interesting camera angle, huh? I could jog the rest of the way back, actually. Suki and I could race. A contest, a competition. See who can get there first. I'd have to hobble her. What did I say this blue trail is total? 4.8 kilometers, so that would be about 3.25 miles. I might have made a mistake with that couple I met earlier on at a junction who were asking me which way to the parking lot. It didn't occur to me until just now. Which parking lot? I was basing it all on which parking lot I had just come from. But walking along here, I realized I didn't see another car in that parking lot. Mine was the only one. So did I send them back to the parking lot that I was parked at. They were going to have to turn around and go all the way back to the main trailhead parking lot, which is 5 miles. Sorry, folks. They didn't say which parking lot, and I didn't think about which parking lot. Misunderstandings, that's how easily they can happen. All of life. We're thinking in one way, they're thinking in another way, but we don't know that each other is thinking in ways that are opposite of what we are thinking, assuming. Wow. I wonder if this world even holds together sometimes. I did that just back there when we turned around. I hoisted the camera up in such a way that it jammed into my finger. It hurt. But I didn't think I had drawn blood, for God's sake. Oh no. I guess it's obvious that's the way. Oh, I remember this sharp curve on the map. I know where we're at now. Pakistan's rains of about a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, that inundated, literally inundated a third of the country. And it's still a third of the country is underwater, and they're saying that water is here to stay. All of the crops that are gone. How can a rain that heavy? Oh my God. That's a 1,000-year flood. It's way beyond comprehension for me. All of the lives that have been disrupted and ended by rain. Oh God, at first when I saw those logs across, I thought this was a barricade. Well, now what? Where do we go from here? Fortunately, it's not a barricade. Look what I see way up ahead. There are mosquitoes out here, hard to believe, but it's warm enough. Evidently the frost, or the hard freeze we had a week ago, hasn't affected them. Wouldn't it be terrible if I look at this map and discover that I went the wrong way, and that we're way up halfway between parking lots? 20. I didn't see it at first. Oh. Okay, we came down here. I want to go straight. Follow the traffic. Are we there yet? No. But there's a barricade down there that I remember seeing when we came in. And we turned right. So now I turn left. I haven't operated a pump like that for decades. You got water on the lens. Cool. I like that. This is a nice park. This is a beautiful place. I love discovering new things, places. I already feel like this is This is where I belong. Number 1. I'm surprised that there's water flowing with the lack of rain this summer. Oh, what a great place to swim. I wonder if anybody does. I'm sure people do. I noticed on the full map, some of the trails are designated for snowshoe. I love it. I have never seen a snowshoe trail, and I've always wanted to be able to be accommodated for that. What a lovely park. Well, it's just the park is just beginning. Trail system is enormous.